Hello everyone and welcome back to the Stone House. This is going to be a sponsored video. The sponsor of the video is Landguard Gardening. They sent us some garden beds and Sarah is just in love with them. So I'm just going to kind of share the process as far as putting these together and then kind of where we put them in our garden, and we're just really thankful and we're looking forward to using these. So thank you so much, Landguard. All right, so I don't really know what that looked like on camera, but in real life, it was pretty simple to put together. Just if you have carpal tunnel, be prepared because it's a lot of bolts, but very easy to go together. I really didn't even use the directions. It's just kind of intuitive. I would encourage you to read the directions. I just don't do directions personally. It worked out good. We put this one together too, a little round one. Do you want to bring them outside? Or leave them in here?
I'll just leave them in here.
Yeah. Landguard sent us 6 beds to put together, and the process really is very simple, so we didn't really show that. You literally just are bolting some panels together. The more hands, the merrier though. It goes a lot faster. We had the kids helping us, and we would only put one together each day. We just really kind of spread out the process because it's just 70 bolts or more per flower bed. I've known about these types of garden beds for a while now, and I've really wanted to get them, but it's just one of those things where we do have access to wood, lumber, right? I have a sawmill, and I can make my own flower beds, and that's what we've always done. If you didn't have access to lumber like me, these price-wise are really the way to go, and I really do think that they would last a lot longer than your normal wood flower bed or garden bed. 2-inch thick, 10-inch boards. If you were going to buy, that kind of lumber from somebody, it's expensive. Because if you use the smaller stuff, which I have in the past, this one's held together decent, but it's fairly new. Same with this one. With smaller lumber here, like that's not going to last very long. Like this one actually had a little bit of ding in shipping, no big deal to me. They don't need to be perfect, clearly. I mean, I'm okay with this look in a garden. But these are nice, and once they're full of dirt and everything else, I'll tell you, they should last a long time. We're gonna put them here in the garden, and maybe you can see on video, but there's kind of a hump right there in the dirt. So I'm gonna use the Kubota to get rid of that hump, so then they kind of sit more flat through here. Sarah and I have always enjoyed gardening. I think with rising food costs, we've decided that we're going to be a little more serious about it this year and try to grow and, can or, just freeze a lot of things that maybe can last us throughout the winter. I think it's kind of a fun thing to do, and it's something that Sarah and I both enjoy, so we get to do it together. I just having a nice big garden just makes me feel happy for some reason. I don't really understand it. So it goes without saying, placement is very important for a garden. And with these, once they're full, you're not going to really want to move them. So take your time on where you're going to put them in your garden and just kind of make sure that that's where you want them, because that's where they're going to be. And we just got to fill them with stuff. It would take an awful lot of dirt to fill one of these things. It's like 4 foot by 8 foot by 2 foot. You could do the math. We have a lot of old trees and dead trees and stuff, so first thing we're gonna do is just put a whole bunch of dead logs. It was actually really nice for us because we had a lot of dead things around the property and trees that we put in these. But you really do need a lot of material to fill these, so just keep that in mind. I was crazy to think that we could do this all in one day. It's like 3 o'clock and we started early. I'm beat. This one's probably ready for dirt. I think we'll have about 18 inches or more
soil in there by the time we're done. It's nice getting that old tree out of there. I don't think I had that on camera because next to electric, you don't show yourself cutting trees because it just worries everybody. We hooked up the wood chipper to the tractor, so we're gonna be able to chip a whole bunch of cedar chips and redo all of our cedar chips through here. It's nice, it lasts a while, years, and then it just breaks down to soil eventually, which is kind of whatever. You just put more chips on top. Just makes it so you don't have to weed so much. If you're into gardening, let me know. I think it'd be interesting. I'm not sure where the channel is going to go once we finish the house. I feel like we're always going to have house projects and barn projects and different things. But we probably would be interested in sharing more garden videos for the spring and summer, obviously. And if these Landguard garden beds are something that you would purchase for yourself, let me know that too. There should be a link in my description. You could probably get a small discount, and that lets Landguard know that you found their beds through my channel. So please do that if you're going to purchase these.
Now the big moment came where we were going to be filling these with dirt, and we didn't just start with just dirt, right? We filled it with a whole bunch of composted wood chips and a whole bunch of things that are going to break down and be really good for the garden. And then the very top load is going to be just a beautiful load of manure compost that we bought from a local farmer.
I really like the design that they have these bars to keep it from spreading too much. Like it keeps its shape. I will say, if you don't have a tractor, get ready to do some work because it's a lot to fill these things.
They're really deep.
They are deep.
But you can choose whatever size you want.
Yeah, you could get the smaller ones if you don't have the capabilities. Thing is I like this height. I mean, you could definitely just go around your yard and find a whole bunch of stuff to put in it that will rot and decay. Cardboard, brush, leaves, wood, whatever. It gives you a lot of space. They're huge. Like 4 foot by 8 foot. It's massive. Cool. I think this is probably where we're going to end the video because we can't plant a garden right now. It could still freeze on us. I know it looks like spring and the leaves are out, but it could be, I think, early this week. I think they're calling for low 40s. Yeah, altogether, nothing's hard about it. It just takes time. All the little bolts, picking where you want to put it, making sure that the ground is nice and flat for them, and then loading them up with dirt. If you're going to compare these to what most people do, and what we've done, obviously, here in the past, is just wood. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Even if these were a little bit more, they're going to definitely last longer than timber. So thanks for sending these to me. I really do like them. I think the only bad part about this is that they look so good that it makes me want to buy 4 more probably for over there. And then probably it'd be nice to have like 2 more of these shaped ones here. So I mean, thanks. You sold me. All right, well, back to work. Thanks again. If you're interested in something like this, go ahead and there's a link in the description. Check it out. Have a good day, everybody.